I feel like once a year, Fousey blows up due to some stupid shit and then disappears until next year. And that is exactly what is happening right now because Fousey is going absolutely hog wild at the moment. And if you know about Fousey, you know he took a little bit of an internet hiatus in order to improve his mental health. And over the last few months, he has been back and supposedly better than ever doing IRL streams over on Kick. And in classic Fousey style, he is once again basically throwing all of this clout and attention that he's making straight right into the trash. Because when he first came back, he was actually making pretty good content, and you know, he was community driven, and on top of that, he was pulling decent numbers. It wasn't like he was totally irrelevant. But ladies and gents, as he saw the money coming in, as he saw those views start to rise in typical Fousey fashion, he just fucked everything up. Like, as soon as he saw just an ounce of success, his ego goes super saiyan and he turns into the ultimate douchebag, pretty much. And in typical internet fashion, as soon as everyone saw Fousey actually mentally going insane, even more people just started tuning in to watch his streams to see what he did now, which, as you could have guessed, just made the situation even worse. It was the ultimate loop of douchebaggery. But scooching ourselves back a little bit, I want to kind of lay out a roadmap for you guys to actually understand how he has gotten so bad recently. The boiling point came when Fousey was in an airport and met a lady who was absolutely hammered, and when they were chatting, she claimed that in her past she was actually a victim of human trafficking. And with all of this information in mind, of course the most logical thing to do in Fousey's case was to, you know, take her on a little 10-minute break and go to the bathroom, do the deed. And while he was all giddy about the situation, obviously his fans were just grossed out because, like I said, this woman was extremely drunk. He took her to the bathroom to yoink one out. That is just straight up taking advantage of her, not even mentioning her past, what kind of trauma that could have brought her. After he saw the backlash, though, he tried playing it off as a prank, which absolutely no one bought other than the Fousey meat munchers. That said, though, moving on to the recent debacle with him, he recently streamed himself getting arrested, and in said stream there was a bunch of shit happening, and honestly, all of it was just pointing towards the ending which we got, which was him being in cuffs. Because to start off, towards the beginning of the stream, he assaulted two people physically after they just made like jokes and jabbed at his ego a little bit. And Fousey, being the macho man he is, of course he had to immediately resort to violence. And on top of this, to make things even worse, some loser was doxing him and his family at the same time, you know, calling their phones, harassing them, making threats to both their lives as well as Fousey's life, which only put Fousey in an even worse mental space on top of all the manic shit already happening up in his noggin until this point. And he had to switch into a hotel room from his Airbnb. His manic episode continued on and pretty much swatted himself and called the police.
Questions? Send the fucking cops. Send the cops. There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Help, ma'am, he left. Ma'am, he left. There's a gun to my head. Help, get them. Help, bye. Ma'am, Intercontinental, what's my room number? Help, tell me. 2020.
He hoped by doing this, the police could come to him faster and basically could send the police to arrest the troll harassing his family. And as you probably could have figured out, that just didn't end too well.
I don't fucking know.
So how do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he is?
I have his address.
What is his address?
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago! You guys are dumb as fuck, man. You guys are literally dumb as fuck. Oh, y'all. Hey, record this. Security! Come in here now!
They told me to stay outside. I can't come inside.
Yo, for my protection, come in here!
I can't come inside. They told me
He can't come in?
I cannot.
Y'all are fucked. I'm suing all y'all. My life is in danger and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral? Are y'all dumb or are you stupid? Do you like your job? You're fucked. Hey!
And it is still unclear whether or not this was the police just detaining him due to the gibberish he was yabbing about, or if it was actually him getting arrested. And I'm being honest, after watching most of the stream and a couple of clips, this was 1,000,000% the absolute best case scenario for Fousey, because he was in a very worked up, intense, and disturbed state of mind, and who knows, if the stream had continued on, he probably would have either hurt someone or hurt himself. And that's where we leave off, but before I end this one, I just quickly wanted to state that this is in no way, shape, or form entertaining, funny, any of that. In previous streams, Fousey had been claiming that he has not been sleeping in days. He even took some laced drugs. He has not been taking his medicine to help with his mental health. So this was without a doubt a manic episode, and that shit just is not funny whatsoever. People were spamming dub in the chat, even some people telling him to stay off his meds because it makes the streams more entertaining. I hate to compare situations because Fousey's situation is completely different than anyone else's, but this really does remind me of Etika, and I do not want Fousey going down that same path. So yeah, this situation is honestly just more sad than anything. I don't find this entertaining whatsoever. I really do hope he gets away from the clout sucking leeches, around him in his streams. He gets some real help with his mental health, and I would even say completely step away from the internet, because it is obviously not doing him any good. That said though, thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. Like and subscribe for more commentary content. Join my Discord server link below, and I will see you all in the next one.